This paradigm shift would not be complete without the guidance and insight from the higher judiciary. It is indeed a privilege to welcome one of our patrons for this event, Honorable Retired Justice Azmat Saeed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Since all of us may not understand Urdu or Punjabi, so I think it will be appropriate that I speak in English. At the very outset, I must apologize that 48 years of smoking and nursing a broken heart has played havoc with my vocal cords. So please don't expect me to sound like Pavarotti. When I was first asked about the subject and to come and speak here as a women in law, the first thought that came to my mind was, are they talking about mother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, daughter-in-laws? And then I became a little wiser that no, the topic is serious, but not quite as serious as I expected it to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I joined the legal profession in 1978. That was a long time ago. And I have seen the landscape of the legal profession change. The first decade was terrible. And both in terms of gender equality and the rights of the people of Pakistan. Towards the end of the first decade of my being in the legal profession, the seeds for change were sown, and primarily because of resistance by the political parties and by women and women groups, and especially among lawyers. And thereafter, the landscape started to change. Every institution, whether it's or every profession, has an architecture. And every architecture which includes this profession of law includes glass ceilings. And this has included, our profession has also included glass ceilings. When I started my practice, it was a boys' club. It is no longer a boys' club. But glass ceilings were there. And I've seen those glass ceilings shattered one after the other by brave women. I am aware that if you shatter one glass ceiling, you're confronted with another glass ceiling. But it doesn't really matter. But glass ceilings are there only to be shattered and broken. And we can do that, and it can be done. The other aspect which I must point out is I try to be subtle. Just sometimes what is seen as misogyny is perhaps mismanagement. And these managerial issues that we are confronted with in certain matters will be sorted out. And perhaps another glass ceiling will be shattered sooner than later. And for all those who know what is happening around us will understand what I've talked about. The other thing that we have to see is some figures were quoted. I believe that the figures are misleading. I'm not disputing the figures. I'm sure there are X percentage of women in the profession, higher leaders of law firms, in the Attorney General's office, in the judiciary, but the figures are misleading. I have seen, for example, the number of judges in the lower judiciary take a quantum leap over the years. That's one thing, which is a positive sign, and they will mature their way up into higher positions soon. The other thing is, after retirement, I did not sit at home and just nurse a broken heart, literally a broken heart. But I also was involved in giving legal opinions in various issues to keep myself busy. And I had a lot of help I was engaged by law firms. And a bunch of young lawyers would come and assist me and would discuss issues, and I would guide their research. And I discovered that 50% of those bright young sparks who came were women or girls or whatever you want to call them. So these figures that there are only 5% in the profession is wrong. Maybe 5% in numbers, but where quality matters, the percentage of women is much higher. So let us not lose heart. We can do a lot will happen. Don't undersell yourself. Don't undersell yourself. And don't underestimate yourself. The world is yours. Thank you.